Hello and welcome back to Records Rebuilds. If you drive an EV or any other vehicle that doesn't have a spare, then this video is for you. We're going to teach you how to plug a flat tire when you're in a pinch. And we're going to get you back on the road safely so you can go about enjoying your day. Here we are in the back of a Cadillac Lyriq. This is very typical for what EVs look like in the back. I've owned 5 EVs and plug-in hybrids, and they're all about like this. This one, you can see there's some space for some trinkets maybe, and there's an electric vehicle charger in that pouch there, but not enough room for a spare tire. I think usually that's because EV makers fill that space with electronics or batteries, and they're also trying to save weight and thus increase range. What they give you instead are run flat tires usually, that or a tire inflator, which has a material like Fix-A-Flat in it. The Fix-A-Flat is a good option in a pinch as well. The problem with Fix-A-Flat is it rarely fills your tire up to the proper pressure. So you're either way overinflated or way underinflated with Fix-A-Flat. And it's not a solid material. It'll fix small holes, but it doesn't have that rubber plug like a plug, so it probably fails a little more often than a plug does. Now, run flat tires are also a great option. They work really well, but unfortunately they destroy themselves when they're running. So I'm showing you a picture now. This is a run flat tire that was almost brand new. My wife had to drive on it for about 10 miles to get help, and it destroyed the sidewall. So they're rated at 50, she drove at 10. You'd never use this tire again. So that's a $400 to $500 charge to replace this tire. Once you include installation, balancing, all that kind of stuff. A simple plug, a 5-minute fix, and we won't have to wait at all. We can get on our merry way, happy. The plug is a fairly safe fix. You don't want to go for forever with it. It is a smart idea to get into a shop and get a patch behind that, because they are recommended by NHTSA and other safety organizations. So a plug is a pretty good fix. They're not dissuaded, they just say it's not a permanent fix. You'll need to assemble a kit that looks something like this in case of a flat tire. That way you can plug it. The first item here is a set of pliers. This is vice grips. I find vice grips work really well for this job. The second, and maybe more obvious one, is a tire plug kit. Now, a tire plug kit comes with a reamer, a tire plug tool, some plugs, and rubber cement. Lastly, when the job's done, you'll need to be able to inflate the tire, or it's all for naught. So we have a tire inflator here. All right, so we found the screw, and it's time to repair the tire. So the first thing we need is my vice grips, or your pliers, and it's going to take some effort to get the screw out, but here we are, it's out. There is steel cording inside a tire, and so sometimes it's a struggle to do this stuff. But we will now take the reamer, shove it in, and you can see how hard it is to do. Sometimes you kind of wiggle it, give it an angle, twist it to get it started. But we can get it in there, and you want to pull it in and out, and so you can hear more air coming out, because of what you're doing is widening out the opening so that plug will fit in there better. It's kind of clearing the steel cord a little bit as well. And it'll make it so the plug fits in there nice. So again, it takes a lot of effort, but there we are, we've got that. And now it's time to patch the tire. So we'll take our tool here, and we'll get the very slimy, sticky plug here. It looks just like this, just a piece of rubber. Kind of looks like a patch for a bicycle tire, actually. We'll stick it through this. Probably a good place I could have used my vice grips. And then we'll take the sealant here, lubricant, whatever it is, and I'm just going to rub it on it. Every tire kit should have both of these things. And we'll stick it on here. And then we will take and jam it in the tire hole. Again, a struggle every time I've ever done this in my life. Get it in there and you pull it out. Now, I may have stuck that in almost further than I wanted. That's okay though, because there's still some sticking off here. Now this should seal great. You can see it's in there. It's probably not coming out. But the moment of truth is, of course, when you get your tire inflator and you start filling it up. So we'll fill this tire up and I will show you, I will bounce the tire for you when I'm done. All right, guys, now I think you can see it here, but we have the tire up to 30 psi. You cannot hear it leaking. You cannot feel it leaking, so our plug is holding. It really is that easy. I got the tire here. You can see the plug. Now you can come back over after you're done with the razor blade. It's probably best to cut that off just a bit with a razor blade, and that will make it so the road doesn't try to pull it out. We haven't done that here. I want you to be able to see the plug in this tire very well. And I'll show you. It's full of air. It bounces like a basketball. So we have successfully pulled the screw out of this tire, reamed it, and installed a new plug, and it is holding. Great repair. This will get me a lot further than a run flat tire, and I think it will be a lot more, I don't know, permanent's not the right word, but it will be a lot more effective repair than using Fix-A-Flat. So we can now drive on this probably within a somewhat short period of time. You ought to take it to the tire shop and have them come back from the back end and patch it. That's a wise decision. Always patches hold better, and they're recommended by NHTSA and the like. Well, I hope the information you've learned today serves you well. Well, I guess actually I don't, because I don't want you to have a flat tire. But if you do, I hope you're able to now plug a tire because of it. And if you've ever had a flat tire in an EV or any other ICE car that doesn't have a spare tire, please drop a line in the comments and tell us about that experience, what you went through and how you solved it. I'd especially love to hear if there's some tips that I didn't go through in this video. I think the other viewers would love to see it too. Otherwise, have a great day and thank you for watching.